TCB. Today we're talking about a song. Love this song. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
It's called Unfortunate. It's not unfortunate that I love it. Tell me how this came about.
It's pretty crazy. So the day we're filming this obviously is a Friday. I made it 2 days ago, and I just woke up and I've been on this kick of just like making a song every day. And I usually like singing. I make singing records, but rap is really fun. I started rapping in 8th grade, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull on a J. Cole type beat while I make breakfast, and just kind of come up with a melody. And usually when I strike something like a first bar, and I write down and I go to it, it's like, okay, I already have it. Like the next 15 minutes, I already have the next 32 bars written down. So then I go straight to the studio. I lay it down, and the first thing I thought of, I think I just saw. Sometimes I go on random word generator. Okay. And I'll just look up a random word, and it was unfortunate. And I was like, it's unfortunate. And I was like, what's unfortunate? And I was like, oh, it's unfortunate the world don't have enough of people like me to bless the world with music. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah. So it's like, it's kind of like a play on like, man, I just need to find more people like myself and surround myself with people like myself that just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I know what you're saying. And here's what's crazy. Every artist, I feel like, I met you. You're a very bubbly personality.
Yeah,
right?
I appreciate that.
And the music that you make matches that, right? The voice doesn't, right? And I mean that respectfully.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah,
earlier.
exactly. Yeah. Off camera, we're like, dude, your voice is phenomenal. Not to say you don't look phenomenal. You're a beautiful man. But
beautiful
it's
character.
like, the singing voice is crazy. But then when I heard this song, I'm like, oh, this guy's got some pain.
Yeah.
So like,
who hurt my man?
Are you good? Are you good? Like,
I am good. It's honestly, I will say I'm not good in the sense of like, I just want more people to hear my music. And I'm at a point where I kind of want to do it organically instead of kind of fucking pay my way into Instagram ads and the Facebook ads. It's unfortunate that if I spend $500 on Facebook fucking ads, unfortunately I'm 500 in the pocket, but I have 500,000 views on Instagram. No, I'd rather just like release the music. Unfortunately, it's not to the masses yet, but it's because I just need to release it.
You really made it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
By the time they hear this, it'll probably be more.
More than 2 days. Hopefully it's out, because if they like it, then I probably should release it soon.
I love it. I love when artists are able to tap in to a side of them that says, oh shit, like you think the way I think. Because all three of us.
I'm still human. I got my trials and tribulations. I heard that in there too.
All three of us talk about that shit.
Yeah. I said, we all relate, because I said, you could hear the trials and tribulations within my music coverage. Like my music coverage, you could, if you play any of our music, you kind of hear it. Yeah. You get a grasp of it. And that's that I love that line in there too, because I feel like if we didn't make music with substance, we wouldn't be doing this right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah.
It's like a good reset, because all of us do we still make party music, right?
Yeah, for fun, yeah.
But like not everyone at a certain point, 9 people out of 10, I was telling you this off camera too, 9 people out of 10, even if they're like flashy and all that shit, when they go home and lay in bed, they have something that eats at them, right? And that kind of music is the shit that they put on if they can't sleep. You made this song, and in the song you were talking about fans see you on the street and they're cheesing, right? But you feel like you got a pot to piss, right? So I always wonder, like, what goes through your mind when someone else is happy and you're like playing it cool, but like deep down you feel like you got like something is it something to prove, or like what do you mean by that?
It's always like the something to prove with the pot to piss in is more just like, okay, if I'm performing somewhere, I'm gonna make sure I look like an average Joe in the crowd, and then I pop out like, oh shit, like this fucking guy's a rock star. Like, oh, obviously it all makes sense now. But when prior to that, it's something to prove is more for myself, and then also the masses to kind of like look at me in a different light. Like, oh, I didn't think this guy talks nothing like he raps or sings, and it's a cool feature to have that.
Yeah.
Because then you go off stage, and then people like didn't even give you a second thought of mine. They're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "This guy's fucking rocking and rolling over here." Like, what is your name? What the fuck you do?
In a good way, your voice does not match Like you guys got to hear his singing tracks. It does not sound like you could do what you do on those tracks.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy, bro.
That's also, I think I call it the Chris Brown effect. I'm on Gatekeep. The layers.
We're name dropping all over this shit.
The layers is what makes music, man. So
I was just gonna say that's a fact, especially with like the layers and stuff.
Yeah.
Every time I've been over to your house and we're like making music and shit like that, dude, you should see our vocal like chains, dude. There's like 16 to 20 layers just on our vocals. It's crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna break down the sauce for whoever's listening this far.
Subscribe.
TCB breakdown. If you're listening this far, okay. So you get your main vocal. You want to duplicate those twice, same way, and then you want to take a left and right mid, do it a little bit lower, a little bit higher, duck those. Do a left and right high, do an octave higher of whatever vocal you just did, then do a low, an octave lower. So that's at least 6 or 7. And then you want to do oohs and ahs or maybe ad-libs.
Bro, once this drops, you got to make like a TikTok of you doing this exact thing.
Oh, we'll clip this and I'll do it to the studio. I'll stitch it. Yeah. So you got left and right, your main, left and right mids, left and right highs, left and right lows. And if you want oohs and ahs, some left and right oohs and ahs.
And some medicine.
And a tranquilizer.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Oh my God. So we here at Nobody's Listening, we focus on the why, right? So I want you to end this episode with, why are you TCB?
I am TCB because I want the world to listen to some fantastic music with no limitations.
That was deep.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Pause, by the way.
Where can they find you again?
Diddy at no, I'm just kidding.
Help me at.
Oh, we finna blow up after this.
You can find me at Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Serpa TCB, SERPA TCB. Look up TCB all caps on Spotify, Apple Music, and look up a specific album like 21, Hit It Off, or Stainless, so you don't find any of those random people. So yeah, check me out. Shout out to the boys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being on the show again. Remember, this is Nobody's Listening. When you think nobody's listening, somebody is.